Hey friends, we wanted to give a quick update on what happened in court yesterday because I know a lot of you were wondering. I've had several people ask me today. So this was not at the big courthouse, it was just at the Justice of the Peace office, which made it really awkward because we had to be in this like little waiting room with pretty much just our neighbor, so that was super awkward. At least for me, I felt it was. So we go into the courtroom, judge comes in. I'll let Thomas explain what she said. We didn't have to talk at all.
So when the judge came in, we were identified, and she called up our neighbor and basically asked two questions. The questions that were physically, did your neighbor physically threaten you with violence? And did your neighbor physically harm your property? Those are the two conditions for a peace bond. At which the answers were indirectly. So basically, she kind of dismissed the case after those questions were answered. Unfortunately, she did coach him a little on law, and so we feel that he is probably going to file a small claims court against us, lawsuit, small claims court, and we'll just have to deal with that when it comes. But we're still going to do what we think is right. We're going to be a good neighbor. We're going to build the enclosure and still have our birds, but they just won't be free range anymore.
So yeah, Thomas had actually already looked up before we went that the peace bond was if you or your property had been threatened. And obviously Thomas and I have not verbally threatened anyone. So she did dismiss that. But like Thomas said, we are still working on the peacock enclosure, and we want to say a huge thank you to all of the support we've had. I've been baking peacock feather breads all day. We've raised, I'll have to like math the minus ingredients and stuff, but somewhere in the ballpark of $500 so far, which is amazing. So hopefully we will be able to get everything we need to get this peacock enclosure up and be able to have our birds in there. And it'll be kind of fun to have them there. I'm trying to find the silver lining, even though we wanted to free range them. It'll be fun when we have our open farm days that they'll be right there next to where we have the little petting zoo, so everybody will be able to see them. So anyway, that's where we are. Thank you for all of your support and continued prayers through this, because we feel like it is most likely not over. But we'll see. We'll hope and pray. Thank you guys for watching, and happy homesteading.